are individuals that in groups that you stated it very clearly. There are some that believe that it is a factor, some that believe it's not a factor. But I've been very clear. My opposition to President Obama is clearly because I disagree with his policies. I attended, the inauguration because I think that it is important when we inaugurate a president, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican or an independent, that I respect the office. But I can respect the office and challenge the president, who is the leader of the free world, when I do not believe his policies are in the best interest of America now and in the future. And unfortunately, in so many directions, the president, in so many issues, I think his policies are proving to be wrong for America. And so, I think you outlined it, though, James. You said it in a very respectful way, and I appreciate you identifying yourself as an independent, an objective analyzer of the issue. So certainly we have elements in our society that I believe do not share yours or my belief, I think, that a man or a woman should be judged by the content of their heart and their character, not the color of their skin. And so
and I'm not one of those who gets overly involved in that, but it struck me wrong when I was watching Fox News, because I watch Fox News and any one of them, but the degree of bias sometimes is just really
But there is bias, and I'll tell you so much of but I think that you're right, and I would like to believe that when I disagree in a respectful manner, and based on the value of the policies. And but I appreciate you bringing that up, and I want you to know we've got about 5 minutes remaining on our call tonight. We're going to take another question or two, but if you have not answered our poll question, I would ask you to please do that. Our poll tonight is: do you believe that do you approve of the president's handling of the immigration crisis on the border? If you agree, press 1. If you disagree, press 2. And if you're unsure, press 3. We are going to continue to maximize our time. We're going to talk to Christine. Christine, are you on the call?
Yes.
Hi. It is Christine, right?
Yes, Christine Monroe in Jefferson County.
Hi. Thank you for being on the call.
Oh, thank you for having us and completing stuff like this so people can get involved and ask you questions. My question tonight is: the border crisis is the front line of the news, and it is very important. Don't get me wrong. My heart goes out to those people, and I hope we don't give the president $3 billion. But my main concern is his ability to bypass Congress and his continuing threat that he will do it and bypass Congress. And how are we going to keep him from doing the actions that he continually says that he's going to take by bypassing Congress? That
I think
how the country was set up.
Right, and I think your point. I think your point to the specificity of the president's request, $3.7 billion. And if you look down into the content and the request and how they are broken down, it would not prevent the problem. I think the American people are sick and tired of their hard-earned tax dollars coming to Washington, D.C. only to grow problems into a worse state, to magnify problems and create more problems. The problem with the president's request is it doesn't solve the issue. And so I have believed from day one, since I have been a member, that it is imperative that we seal that border, that people do not come over the border who we do not know who they are, where they're going, and what they're going to do. So on this that I do not agree with what the president has done and how he's handled this. I feel terribly bad for these children, and I think that many of these children who have been they've been coyotes are an individual that brings a child over the border after being paid $7, $8, $9, $10,000. I think that those children need to be immediately returned to their country of origin, to where their families are, and so the president is not moving in a direction to do that, and so I think you have to seal the border and contain the problem, and then immediately return the children back to where their country of origin. I want to say that really is the issue for tonight's poll question, and I want to give you the results. Tonight on our poll, we had almost 650 individuals on our call tonight answer the poll. Tonight we've had a little over, we've had about 7,600 participants in our call tonight. Of that number, 650 have answered our poll question, and 78% of the individuals who have responded to our poll, 78% disagree with how the president has handled the border crisis. 13% agree, and 9% are not sure. So by a large margin, all of you on the call tonight have disagreed with the president's handling of the border crisis. And so I want you to know I disagree with the president's ask. I will not vote to give the president $3.7 billion as long as any of his requests do not address the problem. So I just do not feel that is, in my good conscience, I cannot do that. I want to solve the problem, and I believe that the people of Florida's 2nd Congressional District, you on the call tonight, you sent me here to do that. So I want to thank you for being on the call. It really is humbling to have so many people visit with us. If you didn't get to ask a question tonight, I would ask you to please remain on the line, and you're going to be transferred to a voice mailbox where you can leave us a message. If you leave us a message, your name, your number, your question, we will call you back because we want your question and your concerns to be heard and answered. So if you didn't ask a question, remain on the line, and you will be transferred to a voicemail box where you can leave us that message. Our team members here will be back in touch with you to make sure that your questions are answered. I want to thank all of you for allowing us to be with you tonight. We will continue to do this. Again, tonight was our 20th Tele-Town Hall meeting from our offices here in Washington, D.C. We are looking forward to seeing you soon. We will be in your communities, and we want to make sure that you sign up for our e-newsletter. And if you sign up for our e-newsletter, you can hear of when we're going to be in and around your community throughout North and Northwest Florida. God bless you all. I pray safety and security for you and your family, your children. God bless you. May God continue to bless the United States, and I look forward to another visit very, very soon. Good evening. Bye-bye.